The trip started off early on a Friday. We aimed to get hiking by the afternoon, so we had around 5.5 hours driving to do first. We made a stop in a town called Lom, and I threw the drone up in the air and took out some video of a beautiful stave church. These stave churches are all over Norway, and some of them date back to as early as the 12th century. Then we got to Songfjellethytte, where we parked the car and hiked up a beautiful trail past and, well, slightly over a glacier to make it to our resting place that evening called Fannaråkhytte, which is the highest hut in Norway, the highest DNT hut. Norway has an organisation called DNT that has huts all over the country that provide refuge and yummy food to keen hikers. Norway has a lot of keen hikers and lots of huts. The next morning we headed back over the glacier, and Will even took a moment to do a little tobogganing, and then we got back into the car and onwards to a small place called Crossend, which is the start of a fairly short trip, a fairly short hike up to a place called Molden. This was epic. Views over the longest and deepest fjord in Norway, Songfjellethytte, and our campsite that we put together, the little camp spot, that overlooked a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is another stave church in Ørnes that was completed in 1132. And the village itself on the side of the fjord had been there even longer than that. The next morning, after a quick descent and a very quick and very cold dip in the fjord, we headed out to our last hiking spot. We had to take a little car ferry across the fjord and visited a couple more stave churches as we passed through. The last proper stop was in an area called Hemsedal, which is very well known for its skiing in the winter, but also some beautiful hiking in the summer. We hit up Skogshorn and we're up and down it in about 4.5 hours, and then back on the road to Oslo. The trip was amazing, thoroughly recommend it, and cannot wait to get out there again, see some more great spots around this country. Let me know in the comments favourite spots to visit, and thank you very much for having pressed that subscribe button. I know you did. Alright, big love everyone.